hell are you camping? Why?
Because it's a strategic position.
Really? No. It's not right.
Yes, it is.
No, it isn't. You're ruining the game, man.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
I'm making it much better for me.
Yeah, for you, maybe, but how about everyone else?
Too bad for them. They're not me.
I mean, you camped with the Silencer and Ghost Pro. What?
So, a lot of people. Wait, whoa.
And how did that not kill you? That's completely unrealistic. Sniper shot from that range would completely kill you.
Yeah, probably. But still.
No, that's just not right. And again, why?
Well, because
again,
you were right there.
I shot you again.
Yeah, I know. But still,
No.
it didn't kill me.
I know, but how? Look at I mean,
Maybe he had a bulletproof vest on.
he didn't. I could see that he didn't. And even a bulletproof vest. No, at that range, from a sniper rifle.
Well, still, it's it's a game. Just
And then
deal with
it's not realistic. And why are we in this place? Why did the Russians invade a nuclear test facility? No.
Because they want the nuke. So like they have to
They
go
have their
through
own
big-
nukes.
Well, they want ours because ours are better.
No.
Yes.
But no.
But
it
yes.
weren't.
Yeah. No, because I mean, like, think about it. Maybe like for some reason they needed like better blueprints for their nuke. So if they could invade the facility and take the blueprints for the nuke, then they could build better ones that they could use against us.
But they already had good nukes. Why would they need it?
They had okay nukes. And yes, I know. They're nukes. Like nukes are
Yeah,
nukes.
they could
But
already
still,
destroy the world.
yeah,
like
but
5
so,
times over. No.
yeah, I know. But still, I mean, like, maybe they just want better ones, like more reliable nuclear bombs, so that way they can destroy us when they just feel like it, just like that.
Yeah, but nobody died in the Cold War. This is unrealistic at all. I mean,
Plenty of
no,
people died.
it's not realistic at all.
Well, yeah, it's a game.
No, but it's supposed to be based in the Cold War.
Yeah, it can be based in a certain time period, but it can be.
Alright, you know what?
whenever-
I was out there. You've been doing this all day long.
So
You lose every time. Apparently he's camping. And now apparently it's unrealistic.
well, it isn't. I mean, a sniper shot from that range.
Because it's a video game.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
So it should have some realism,
Well, it does actually.
such as what?
Yes.
Well-
Please tell us.
I shall tell you about the history of the Cold War then.
Yeah.
Let the Cold War start after World War II and last approximately 35 years. During World War II, Russia and the United States were allies against Axis powers, which include Germany with Hitler and Italy with Mussolini. Our countries banded together against a mutual enemy. Once the war ended, both forces were in Berlin. The city of Berlin was divided into sections. The US got Checkpoint Charlie, and the Russians also held part of the city. Once there were no more enemies threatening both the US and Russia, conflict between our countries grew. Russia was communist and they did not like people trying to leave the communist part of Berlin for the free West. Eventually they built a wall which split Berlin into East and West, free and communist. This was really the beginning of the Cold War. It was called the Cold War because it was never open aggression. Over time, the mistrust between the US and Russia grew into missiles being pointed at each other, spy planes watching, and submarines cruising the coast of each country. During those years, people worried that at any moment someone would push the button that would end the world. Both countries had numerous nuclear missiles pointed at each other, just waiting for a reason to launch. When Reagan was president of the United States, he opened talks with the Russian leader Gorbachev. They were able to come to agreements, and eventually Reagan made his famous speech where he said to the world, "Gorbachev, tear down this wall." This was in 1989, and the wall did come down. Eastern Berlin was finally reunited with Western Berlin, and the Cold War ended. After this event, Russia and the US began dismantling most of the nuclear missiles we had pointed at each other, and a new era of communication and friendship began. Wasn't this interesting, Rosie? That's right. It was.
Now, instead of playing game, you've been learning the history of the Cold War.
Boring. I hate the game now.
Well, you know what?
Realistic.
You were complaining about the campaign, okay?
Not the campers.
And campaign.
Well, yeah.
So yeah.
It's still not realistic.
Well, I don't care.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with him. Like, how can one or two guys take on like a small army of Russians?
According to what you said, it doesn't make sense at all.
Well, the game is roughly based on the Cold War. Obviously, one guy named Mason, wherever the hell the rest of his name is, didn't go around...
Technically, his first name's Alex.
Well, then, tell him his first name.
Alright,
Anyway, obviously that didn't happen, because no one's that goddamn lucky.
Well,
And so,
what else happened in the Cold War then?
Yeah, please tell us.
I shall keep telling you.
We
Get away
asked.
from that controller.
I want it.
No.
Uh,
No. Right in front of me.
No, we're not.
You can't stop.
No, I'm gonna keep teaching. You know what?
No. No.
First button.
Never mind.
Then,
We can still play.
now,
No. No.
and now you're gonna learn.
I hate you.
You're gonna learn about the rest of the Cold War.
On to more interesting things. In the video game Call of Duty Black Ops, some of the events that happened in its campaign actually did happen in history. For example, on the first level, your character, Alex Mason, is going to the Bay of Pigs with a small group of soldiers, and they're going to invade it to try and assassinate Castro. The Bay of Pigs invasion was an attempt by the U.S. to remove Fidel Castro and his communist government from power on the island of Cuba. Having a communist nation so close to the continental United States was a major concern for the administration of President Kennedy. So in 1969, a small invasion force comprised almost entirely of expatriate Cubans with a little help from the CIA landed on the beach of Playa Gadron on Cuba's southwestern flank. They had got most of this correct, except in this level they execute Fidel Castro. Even though it was a fake one, in history that probably never happened. They probably didn't even get close to Fidel Castro, and if they did, probably wouldn't have been a decoy Fidel Castro. So, there are more things, but most of it's fake, but a few things are actually real. And then, in the multiplayer and in the campaign 2, some of the guns you can find were used, but not the way they were. Like, for example, the G11. It is a real gun, the weirdest gun I've ever seen. Instead of shooting bullets with cartridges, it shoots just the bullet. It doesn't have a cartridge to it. But doing this, it made the gun much more accurate, and they thought it made the gun much more easier to handle and clean and all that stuff with guns. Now, the thing is, they didn't exactly have it yet. And so, the game, it's basically based in 1969, but really didn't get started being made until the 1970s. The same thing goes with the AUG. It's usually called the Steyr AUG, but AUG is funner to say. Or AUG. Whatever. It was actually used, but the same thing with the G11. It wasn't really made until the 1970s. And even then, in 1970s, it was only used for the special forces, not the normal army. That's really about it. I mean, it's pretty interesting. Not really. Right, Rosie? Yeah. That's right. We're done with it.
Okay. I'm done telling you about the Cold War. What have you all learned today?
The Cold War was boring, and we should start playing the game now.
Exactly.
Who wants to play zombies?
But-
Not like zombies then.
Well, then that's complete. Where did the zombies come from?
They
It's a
came
game, man.
from
It's not
a
realistic.
virus that ate people.
Whatever, they're just zombies.
Alright, let's go.
Right?
door closed, by the way?
I don't know.
Well, I will tell you when I'm done talking. Alright, I'm done. What's up?
Why is
Why is
the
the
door
door
closed?
closed?
It's closed.
why?
Why?
I don't know.
But you didn't close it.
Oh. Great. Why is there a pterodactyl outside?
Oh god.
What?
I think the deer.
It's a good thing I'm prepared.